What's up, honeys? It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know, and I'm back with another video. So Kay has responded to the concerns that was made about, Liyah and the whole faux ID situation, trying to slip some officials some money to get that ID and all of that. We're going to be discussing all that, as well as trying to, come up with more excuses as the usual. Wow. So before we get started, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Do me a favor and hit the post notifications options and all notifications for the channel, and frequent the channel so that your notifications run smoothly. Now, let's get into the commentary. I hope y'all enjoy. We had such a good, discussion yesterday, so I hope y'all enjoy this one too. All right, honeys, we are back today. A lot of y'all have been sending me information, and then on this whole Kay situation, Kay has been in the headlines, and then members of his family, honey, been in the headlines. Drea and the whole L-Time situation, and Kay was in the headlines for this whole, his ex-manager taking sides, and him in this whole the concerns around him and Liyah in the whole fake ID situation and all that other stuff. So I'm gonna give y'all all of the updates. Okay, we're gonna start with excuses that was made the other day, and I am on Celebrity Insider, and this, I don't know, it seemed like it's getting crazier, honey, by the day. And I think what's going on is that there's a lot of people in this situation, and they see that they closing in on Kay. I don't believe that he gonna get out of this situation. I think that they're not playing with him, but I also now feel like they're now turning their attention to other people in the circle. Not as if, I'm not saying that they haven't been looking into people in the circle, but I feel like now, since they kind of got him kind of squared away almost, I feel like now, they could dot their I's and cross their T's with other people. And I know when we was on live yesterday and we were discussing Drea and why she wouldn't want to be a part of part 2 of the L-Time series, it could be because certain things is going to start to be portrayed and make other people look certain type of ways. And people don't want people looking into them further. They don't want people looking into or trying to put claims on them. So it gotta be a reason that everybody is saying that, it's getting messy and things, they're not getting support from, after the whole series and situations like that. It has to be a reason why certain people is saying certain stuff and certain people is not. And that's just my opinion on that. I'm not, saying that people are responsible for anything. I'm just noticing different stuff. I feel like they closing in on Kay. And basically, when you deal with one person down, then you can start dealing with other people surrounding the person. So that's all I'm saying. That him and his people and people that have been associated with him, that been in the news this week. And I think now that he, like I said, he being squared away, they got time. They got time, because they got time. Now I'm on Celebrity Insider. And it says, Kay tried to use this embarrassing information to help himself in his ongoing gathering drama. Some say he is faking it. And when I say gathering, y'all know, excuse me, I got the hiccups. When I say gathering, y'all know what I mean. It's the place that you would go, to handle your magistrate situation, the chancery, darling, and all of that different type of stuff. Because some people have been asking me, like, oh, well, what do you mean? Like, we're all, come on, like, most of the people that watch my channel, according to the analytics, are adult type of people. So a gathering is a meetup. A chancery is what? Come on, like, it's like you got to expand on certain vocabulary, okay? Like, you got to expand. So if you would go somewhere if you would go to the magistrate section, if you would go to different sections, then you would know what building or situation that I'm talking about. It's not rocket science. I'm thankful to my subscribers that they tell the people what I'm talking about, because I can't always stop and say, I'm talking about this. So I'm thankful to the people that take the time to explain to people that may be new to the channel. It's no shade, but it's some people that I know have came to my channel before, and they're trying to act like they're confused about what's going on. And you clearly know what type of time YouTube and everybody else is on. You clearly know that you cannot get up here doing certain stuff or saying certain stuff. So we're not going to act like we don't know that. Especially by now. You ain't been going from YouTube that long to where you ain't heard every content creator on here talking about what's going on right now. So, anywho, so, they say that Kay tried to use this embarrassing information to help himself in an ongoing, gathering drama, to where he got to gather, meet a judge, meet his counsel, and some say he is faking it. This was posted by Mel Walker, December 19th, 2:53 a.m. I think this is Pacific time. So it says that Kay will have to deal with yet another series of claims, as they say the performer, which basically they put some charges on the boy for bribery recently, for being involved in the arrangements for, y'all know, Liyah to receive like a fake identification, like a passport, okay? So the two of them could marry each other in secret. So like, we've been knowing about that for years, you feel what I'm saying? But now he's being held responsible for that. It seems like they really like putting the pressure on him for that whole situation. And a lot of people didn't believe it, but it was like the marriage certificate and stuff floating around, so that was definitely a real situation. I don't know why people acting like they didn't believe that whole situation, because you ain't applying for no paperwork if you didn't, if your intent or your intention wasn't to do something that you wasn't supposed to do. There would be no way you would be able to have that paperwork. And then he was trying to say he didn't know how old Liyah was, and then was on a video saying, I'm in the studio with such and such year old, her name. You feel what I'm saying? So to me, this whole situation, I feel like folks are lie, honey, they'll lie till they try, honey. Lie till they try. That's what I'm gonna go with. Lie till they try. So anyway, it says that Kay reacted to the new claims by insisting he was innocent, and also claimed he was in no condition to travel from his current whereabouts, in the Cook Cove. And he would have to basically fly to the gathering that's in New York, but he's claimed that he wasn't in a position to do that at that time period. And I'm getting y'all up to speed, because I'm gonna give y'all like the whole play-by-play what happened. So the excuse was he had like a phobia of flying, like houseway. And I'm not saying that it couldn't be a real situation, but it's just real convenient that you using that as a reason why you wasn't trying to go, because he went, but that's the excuse that he made. Oh, I can't, because me and flying don't go together. But as an entertainer, you would have had to get on a plane many a times before, because he's known worldwide. He's not just known in the US or the Chi. He's known worldwide. So I'm sure he's had to be other places. We've seen him film music videos in other places that you can only get to by plane. So, sir, don't let's stop. Anyway, they say furthermore, the celebrities council, y'all know Steven, requested that the gathering for his client go without the procedure of the arraignment, and plead, that he's not responsible. Okay, y'all know what I'm paraphrasing, but not responsible is a plea that you like, okay, listen, I'm not responsible for this, which y'all are claiming that I did. Okay, so that's what he's saying. He's not responsible. Because of Kay's, issues with reading. So basically, Steve was trying to request to go to the gathering in Kay's place due to his issues with reading, and then the whole issues where he claiming that, oh, I have a fear of flying and all this other stuff. So it was already excuses that was being made, but I don't think these people was allowing him to do any of this. Like, it's like, okay, well, why you can't come with him and read the paperwork for him? Kind of like, what you need to you need to come and read for him in his place. Like, no, he need to know what's going on with his due process situation. He need to be right here while I'm explaining with you. You read on the bench. You go ahead over there to that table and read this paperwork out to him. And then when I ask him, do you have an understanding of what's going on? Make sure he understand what's going on. Like, I mean, all of this is just, honey, the excuses that be made, honey. I be trying to be serious with y'all, but y'all be having me hollering with these comments y'all be leaving under my videos. And y'all, honey, I'm gonna tell y'all, both sides of the people have me laughing. The K supporters be having me laughing because when they be calling out the people with these narratives, and y'all be having me laughing when y'all be calling out the fact that K be full of it with these excuses he be having. So his counsel claimed that he read the official gathering document with the new claims to K, and he was perfectly aware of its content and its meaning. So exactly, like I was saying, go ahead and read that paperwork and make sure he have a clear understanding or overstanding of what's going on. So it says, however, Stephen's plea was not granted, and basically that the gathering or the chancery, darling, was adamant with the decision that the arraignment will take place in the form of a video conference, since K is going with the fact that he was not able to fly. So I'm gonna say the U.S. people, the people versus K, we're gonna call them the people versus K, but one of them, Richard, answered the request by explaining that even though the people versus him were previously informed of K's learning disability, which caused the singer reading issues, the formal hearing was still happening. So they like, listen, we can understand that you have your issues with reading. We could fully understand that. However, that's not going to stop what we need to go forth from going forth. So, that it's just unfortunate, but I'm honestly, who do he feel like is going to feel sorry for him that he's 50 something years old and never paid? You pay money for people to get boobs. You pay money for people to get, attributes, I'll say. So it's just like you didn't pay money to get, you didn't pay money to get yourself informed, get yourself educated. You didn't pay any money for that. Like, I can't, y'all, with that. I don't even use that as an excuse for nobody his age. It's not like we dealing with somebody that came out a certain era in America where it was no money, poverty, and stuff like that. They probably had to focus on raising their kids and their family, and that just wasn't required at that time. But now it ain't no excuse in the era that he came up in. He had plenty of money. He walk around with Gucci glasses on. I mean, Christmas tree in this place all year round, and that's an expensive bill. So he walk around the way he walk around. The type of technology he had, the type of jewelry and stuff that he had, the way his girlfriends was dressed. I mean, the vehicle that they was seen riding around in a few months back or a little while back was very expensive. That's a cost of a tutor right there. So when they start talking about, oh, he has issues with the reading and stuff like that, I be unbothered. I be so like, sir, that's your own fault. So anyway, everybody else that is celebrities, even sometimes if they don't graduate high school, they make sure they go and get that GED. They pay for it and they make sure they get a tutor and something like that. So, you know, why he didn't go do that? Why didn't he make sure he was good in the areas that he needed to be good in? Especially if you're a musician, you got all these people around you, around your money. You need to be able to know what paperwork is saying so that nobody is trying to bamboozle you, hoodwink you, and lead you astray. Anyway, now they go on to say a person had this reaction. Sorry, not sorry. All that money and you ain't pay nobody to help you learn how to read. What the blank are all what the blank are all of y'all good for? The blank man should have been learning how to read instead of hanging around malls looking for women. Okay, so that was y'all go hard in the paint. Hard in the paint. What you was, what you ain't. That make me think about that commercial for that show. Ooh, y'all be going hard. Another commenter stated, he probably can read, but he doesn't understand what it really means. I just don't, I mean, I get it. A lot of us could read, but we don't really truly understand what a lot of words really mean, because a lot of us could read, but we don't, I mean, I'm not going to say we, because I have learned how to read all over again. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people that they only know what they know. So I do get what the person is saying. Like, they only know what they know. They only know what it's like, the basics. They have not graduated from the basics. So, I mean, it is a lot of people that read but don't truly understand what the words mean. Because you got grown people right now, they sitting up there arguing about what impeach mean. Right now. They have not a clue about none of the words of any what am I trying to say? They don't have a clue on how none of that process works, or they just have an emotional feeling about what's going on, but they don't necessarily know what the legal terms are or what the fine print say. It's just an emotional. They have grown up in their ways. They parents believe something. They didn't learn more than what they learned. It's just like, okay, I went to school, learned the basics, and they didn't graduate from that. It's just, what the community said. They didn't go ask no questions. So I do understand what this person is saying. Like, that is true. That is true. Now, okay, let me go on. It says, one of K's supporters said, even if that word true, ain't no reading without comprehension. If you don't understand, then you're just saying words. I just firmly just believe that you pay attention and money to stuff that you actually care about. If he didn't care to gift himself knowledge or to pay for it, that's his own fault. Who can he blame but himself? And honestly, that is why you have a council. That's why they don't let you go up in there without. I mean, you could choose to represent yourself, but most of the time, you know, you get access to a council, or you know, your council, especially him. Steve ain't no no little any old body. Like, Steve is fully capable of explaining what is going on to this man, and it's just sad that as a grown man, he can't explain to himself what's going on. I heard he was sitting there spelling rumors, ROOMERS. Like, this is crazy. So, a skeptic shared, I'd like to know how he got so rich and got money for the songs he wrote about having, you know, love, or doing it all the time, I'm gonna say. So he could sing, slow dance, or he didn't see anything wrong with a little, y'all know, or okay, they going a little too far now. Okay, so he sings but can't read. Who are you fooling? I don't believe that that's true. There's plenty of people, like, there's people that could play music but they can't read music. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not able to read. I used to be able to read music. I can't read musical sheets anymore. Like, unless I like brush myself up on it, I can't read musical sheets anymore. So there are people that are capable. It doesn't take anything for you to sing a song, hear the words, sing a song, and then somebody transcribe it for you. I don't understand why people you're very capable of coming up with a song. Like, I mean, me coming up, and I used to freestyle, like rap, and I wouldn't even write none of that mess down. So it's like people, you can tell it's people that are not really musically gifted talking like that, because if you're musically inclined, you fully know that it is very it's a very real thing that you could come up with a song without writing it down. Like, I have plenty of songs in my head that I've written and I haven't written them down, or that I've came up with or created that I have not written down. And then there's songs that I've written down. You get what I'm saying? So this dude, we're talking about somebody, you know, that's a musical genius in his mind. So his mind is wired, and I'm not saying that he's still not responsible for what he's responsible for. I'm just talking about the person that was saying that, because I still believe that K is responsible for things that these people have claimed that he's done. I feel like he's responsible, and I feel like due to the fact that he had a messed up childhood, never got help or the help that he needed to have, and he projected that on other people. And people just he was green lighted because he had money to do it. So people who are not musically inclined, or they don't have rhythm, they don't understand that. You could have a whole song. Anybody that write music know this. You could have a whole song in your head and don't even have to write it down. So if he's singing, you hear a melody in your head, you start singing it, and you start to sing it over and over, or you hear a beat. If you're a rapper, I'm just giving y'all my experience. Like, when I say I'm a rapper, I'm not trying to make that a career choice. But I am capable of rapping because I'm capable of writing poetry and that other stuff. So when I hear a beat and I start to rap words in my mind, and I start hearing the melody over and over and over, and I start to, write words to the song without writing them down on paper. Like, you can do that. So it's very possible. Rappers that was able to freestyle, that's how they're able to freestyle. That's basically like you writing a song, but you not writing it down on paper. So it's fully possible to do that. I don't understand how people just don't get that. He doesn't have to write anything down. We have technology today on your phone right now. If you want to transcribe anything that you're saying, you could put on a recorder and record what you're saying, and then send it, and it'll have a whole transcribed message. So it's like, we need to get into 2019 and where technology is. And then two, if you have somebody in the studio with you, a record company, they don't care that you may not be able to read no paperwork. They care about a song. So if you done came up with a melody in your head and you're singing a good tune, they could have somebody or pay somebody, go ahead and write every word he's saying down. Get it going. So that's just how that works. I don't understand why people are so shocked by that. So basically, they say K could still count on some of his fans. Now, I'm going to get to what happened at this whole little arraigned situation, honey. Because he denied the whole situation with Liyah. So he entered a plea of, he's not responsible. And they say that K, this is on TMZ, and this was posted on the 18th. And it says K is officially responding to the people versus him, his claims that he basically kind of paid somebody to get Liyah a fake passport or a fake ID in order to marry her. So basically, they say that he entered a plea of not responsible. Y'all know what I'm getting at. Come on now. Wednesday to the revamped FED document that was put out against him of the Eastern District of New York. Okay, so basically, y'all know they say TMZ broke the story, and basically the documents now include this particular situation. Because remember, this was already in the news about this. And then we found out that the manager, Demetrius, they was getting him to attest to this. Okay. So they go on to say that the ID falsely stated that she was 18 and made it possible for Kay to marry her on August 31st of 1994. So the FEDs added that the Liyah claims, they added the Liyah claims to an existing count of bribery. And they said that Kay joined this particular gathering by video from the Shy, where he's currently at. You know, he's awaiting the huge try situation. And they said, as you know, he is he got a whole bunch of different situations going on. You know, he got a whole situation out in Illinois. He got a situation in Minnesota, a lot of places. And they say, as for the Aaliyah thing, Kay's ex-tour manager Demetrius has publicly backed their claims that his old boss had the ID made for his future bride, which was used to obtain their marriage license under false pretenses. And so Liyah's family reportedly, you know, after that, filed to have that marriage, you know, rubbed out, basically. They was not for it. Honey, let me see these comments over here. What y'all was saying over here? Honey, are they dragging them? Okay, I'm gonna look at something else, because there's too many people saying choice things on there. Let me see what they claim the manager Demetrius was saying. So Kay's ex-tour manager admits regret, and he says, I never wanted him to marry Liyah. And I'm abbreviating her name for purposes, okay? So Kay absolutely knew that Liyah was not of you know, an age where she was able to probably consent to, you know, adult-like things, okay? When he married her in 1994. That's according to his former tour manager, who now says he unwittingly and regretfully helped it happen. And a lot of these people are saying, doing all these waterworks and crying and saying that they seen this, that, and the third, and this happened. And it's just like, a lot of us is like, boy bye, girl bye, when we hear them talking about this sort of stuff. To me, it was the money. And it was the money and wanting to make a superstar happy. That's what I believe, why a lot of these people waited this long to come forward now. And then some of these people wanted to be celebrities themselves, and they seen an opportunity. Even though Kay is wrong, I feel like they still know that they saw an opportunity to get in on, you know, the biggest media sensation of today. Okay? So they say that Demetrius admitted that he helped get, you know, the faux ID for Liyah the day before her wedding to Kay. But on TMZ Live, he told them that the marriage was the last thing he wanted to see go down. And they say on the heels of Kay pleading that he was not responsible to the whole faux ID situation, Demetrius told them that he actually wanted to delay the singer from basically walking down the aisle with her because of the position that she was in at the time. And y'all know what position that she was in. And basically, Demetrius claims his intent was to buy time until he came up with a better plan to convince him not to make her his bride. Do y'all believe this man? I don't believe this man. I believe that he wanted to go along with what Kay said, because Kay at that time was their hero. Kay could do no wrong. And I believe some of the people, when they say they had to wait to come out to talk about the situation, because if you see how a lot of his supporters and fans act, they do go hard for him. And a lot of them sometimes do not necessarily want to see the truth about the situation. And a lot of them do be pointing out good points. Some people do be having narratives and are bandwagoning, but there is some truth to this situation. And we clearly seen a certificate. You don't get a certificate unless you intentfully went to go fill out an application for that. Like, they don't just be like, oh yeah, we gonna give you a certificate. Come on now. You know how he busts out, use your common sense. Well, if we using our common sense, You have to go pay the money and apply for that. So I just don't believe that this man was trying to buy no time and all that. Like, I feel like, you know, a lot of people try to make themselves look good after the fact. But the bottom line is, sir, the correct thing to do was to not let it go down at all. You could have had a conversation with her peoples. You could have had a conversation with anybody. He could have had a conversation with the person at the office to say, don't allow this to go through. You feel what I'm saying? So he didn't tip nobody off, or he still allowed this to go through. So you wasn't all that disturbed. So anyway, Demetrius says that both him and Kay knew, you know, her situation. Interestingly, he says the ID he had made for Liyah did not have an age on it. He would not elaborate on what type of ID it was. What type of ID do y'all think it was? Because a lot of y'all probably would know. It's a lot of people. Y'all be giving me a lot of interesting information due to, you know, people just coming up in life experience. But are y'all calling BS on this? Like, what type of ID did you have that didn't have no age on it? Like, I mean, what kind of ID can you get? So anyway, it also says that Demetrius says his hindsight is 20/20, and he told, you know, TMZ how he wishes he handled Kay and the faux ID back then. And basically, he says as for giving his testimonial, you know, on Kay, he'll do it. But as he previously said, he doesn't want Kay to rot where he's at. Sir, it's like doing the right thing is doing the right thing. Kay is responsible for the actions that he has participated in. It's like, I mean, I just don't understand people. If you know yourself, if you saying that you know this person did something wrong, then it's immoral for you to talk about the person shouldn't have any consequences. That's crazy to me. Now, I could see, you know, if you don't want to see a person, like, as much as I do not agree with Kay, I don't want to see people, you know, just add into what the dude is going through. Because he's only responsible for things that he's responsible for. Because we've seen people capping, trying to get celebrity, trying to get a name off this situation. We've seen it. Coming up with stories and being goofy. We've seen it. So I only want him to be responsible or held responsible for what he's responsible for. And if we're seeing a certificate of him, which that's willful intent, that you went and got a certificate knowing that that person was not in a position at that point to be able to consent to that, then you knew it was wrong. You knew it was wrong because you gave money to make it happen at any circumstances. So that is immoral. You know it was wrong, and there's consequences for that. You can't be sitting there talking about, oh, I knew it was wrong and I should have stopped it, but I don't want him to face no consequences. Sir, then that means that you yourself should face consequences with him. Because if you knew it was wrong and you allowed him, you enabled and allowed him to get in that situation. Because if you was his friend or tour manager, you should have said, no, this'll destroy you, sir. Don't do it. If this ever get out, this will destroy you. I cannot allow you to do that. I would rather resign as your tour manager than allow you to do that, sir. And I'm not going to get myself jammed up with that. That's what a real friend would have did. Not, oh, I was trying to delay it, or, oh, sir, you paid the money. How else would you have access to this whole story, sir? You knew what happened was wrong. So I'm not even trying to hear this man, yo. What do y'all think, yo? I got hot reading that. Oh, I don't want him. Listen, he gotta go through what he gotta go through. Like, it's time, okay? And this is the problem, is that if you love somebody, then you know that if they do wrong, whether you like it or not, it's consequences for that. And a lot of these people could have stopped this dude before he got to the point where it was a whole movement behind this. Before it was serious, before all of that, people could have pulled this man to the side and dragged him by his coattail and said, you need to get it together. Get it together. You know why? They didn't want to say nothing because that money was rolling. They wanted to be associated with a celebrity. And people, they put money before they put their character. They put money before morality. And it's supposed to always be Yahweh over everything. And when you don't put Yahweh as the head of your life, you're going to be in some strange situations because you'll be willing to do anything. And that man is fully showing us that he was willing to want to be thirsty to be around a celebrity or to work for a celebrity, knowing that this was immorally wrong, or immoral and morally wrong, and for him to be a participant in this. He knew it was wrong. You could have called up her peoples. You could have called up a family member. You could have, first of all, you could have told an official and said, listen, I need you to stop this. I need you to stop this. He could have came up with a story saying, yo, I offered them the money and they saying no. You feel what I'm saying? Or he could have said, yo, I'm not going to get myself involved with this. I care about you too much, bruh. I'm going to just have to resign because I'm not doing no mess like that. I'm not getting jammed up with you. I'm not doing no mess like that. It's wrong. Leave that girl alone, bruh. Leave it alone. That's what he could have said. That's what an honorable person would have did. No, you talking about in 2020 hindsight. Like, come on now. Come on. Like, I can't. With the excuses and stuff that be made, honey, I roll. I be rolling. Okay? I roll. Because it's just like, sir, everybody always want to say, oh, I tried after the fact. If you tried, then we wouldn't be here right now. Everybody was good until it wasn't good no more. When he wasn't able to pay for them trips and them some fancy cars and jewelry and excursions. Oh, honey, they are dragging him in these comment sections. OMG, I'm not even gonna read these comments to y'all. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that Demetrius wanted to stop any of this? Do y'all believe him? Do y'all what do y'all feel about Kay wanting to say, oh, I got a fear of flying? Do y'all believe that Kay could read? Like, what are y'all thoughts? What is y'all thoughts on this? It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all soon on the next video. Come shop with me now at my Teespring store, KingBritneyChanel Couture. I provide custom apparel and so much more for an affordable price. We have items like leggings, t-shirts, and hoodies. So thank you for shopping, and I hope that you enjoy. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.